Have you ever waited for something so long, it stopped feeling real? His phone still has the same lock screen, a blurry photo of a Ferris wheel taken 2 summers ago. He doesn't know why he keeps it. Maybe because it's the last thing that feels like before. His name is Daniel. 24, reasonably good-looking, likable enough to make strangers smile at the coffee shop. But he's spent years building a fortress out of shyness and standards too high to scale. Girls came and went. Some lingered, their interest like a note slipped under the door. But they were never her. The one he imagined in the quiet of 2 a.m., when the world felt too big and his heart too small. 5 days ago, everything changed. Or it was supposed to. A Tinder match. A girl with a laugh like wind chimes, eyes that held his a second too long. 3 dates, coffee, a walk through the park, a dive bar with a jukebox that only played 80s hits. On the 4th, her hand found his in the dark of her living room. They kissed. They stumbled to her bed. And there, in the tangle of sheets and breath, it happened. Sex. Humans often. They build cathedrals out of moments like these. They write songs that bleed, start wars, burn bridges, all for this. Daniel thought it would be like touching the edge of the universe, a revelation, a fire that would rewrite him. It was fine. He enjoyed it. Her skin was warm, her whispers kind. It was better than the lonely rituals of his bedroom, sure, but not that much better. A 20% upgrade, maybe 30. Not enough to justify the chase, the ache, the endless what-ifs that had haunted him since high school. He lay there after, her head on his chest, and thought, that's it. This is the stain. Not the act itself, but the gap between what he wanted and what he found. It's a small thing, really. A chipped mug on her nightstand, half filled with cold tea. He stared at it while she slept, wondering why it felt heavier than the moment they'd just shared. The swell came the next morning. He stood at her kitchen counter, watching her hum as she made toast. She was beautiful, unguarded, her hair a mess of curls. He could have said something. I like this. I like you. His thumb hovered over the words in a text he never sent. His heart was louder than the kettle whistling on the stove. But he didn't speak. He smiled, thanked her for the toast, and left. He's not sure why. Maybe he's afraid of wanting too much again. Maybe he's afraid of wanting too little. The fracture is in his coat pocket. A crumpled receipt from that dive bar, their 3rd date. It's just paper, smudged ink, listing 2 beers and a basket of fries. But it's the only thing he's kept from her. He doesn't look at it, but he hasn't thrown it away. It sits there, a quiet weight, like a key to a house he'll never visit again. The quiet detonation came tonight. He's alone in his apartment, the city's glow seeping through his window. He scrolls through his phone, past her name, past the unread message she sent yesterday. Had fun. You free this weekend? He doesn't reply. Not because he doesn't like her, not because he didn't enjoy it, but because he's staggered by how small it all feels. Sex, love, the thing he thought would save him. It's not a fire. It's not a revelation. It's just a moment, like any other. What fascinates me is how humans chase ghosts they've named desire. They build entire lives around something they can't touch, something they think will make them whole. And when they catch it, when they hold it in their hands, sometimes it's just a chipped mug, a crumpled receipt, a name they won't call back. Daniel's disappointed, but not in her. He's shocked at himself, at the world, at the songs, the movies, the stories that told him this was everything. He feels like he's pulled back the curtain and found no wizard, just a tired man with a megaphone. And now he's left wondering, What else have I been chasing that's just this? I'm beginning to understand. Humans don't just want the thing itself. They want the wanting, the ache, the hunger, the space between what is and what might be. Maybe that's the real fire. Not the kiss, not the touch, but the moment just before, when the world feels infinite. He'll keep the receipt. He won't text her back, not yet, maybe not ever. But he'll carry this scar, this hope that stings, that somewhere, in some other moment, there's a fire that burns the way he always dreamed it would. The heart keeps secrets even the mind forgets.